It's Monday, and you know what that means. I'm John Renton with my review of WWE Raw, and to open the show, there was a graphic tribute in memory of Brody Lee, Luke Harper, and WWE. Just so goddamn tragic. The sudden death, just shocking death. Just 2 days prior, it doesn't feel real. It does not feel like he's gone. And, the outpouring of love and support, and the shock is still there. I don't think the shock's going to go away for a very long time. And the outpouring of love and support and the stories from friends, colleagues, people who have known him through various facets of his life, from the beginning of his wrestling career, some, even family friends longer than that. And, just hearing all the great stories of how great he was to work with in the ring, behind the scenes, and also how great of a family man he was. And truthfully, my heart goes out to so many people, that knew Brody, but also especially to his wife and 2 children. It's just sad, especially around the holidays. But my God, I hope that they can find some level of peace, but really, I hope they are well taken care of. Their father was taken away from them way too soon. Wife had her husband taken away from her too soon, and just really, and I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words here a little bit, but it was very, very tragic. And WWE let, their various wrestlers and commentators pay tribute in their own way. And then also AEW Dynamite is going to do their own tribute this Wednesday. And WWE did put something up, a playlist, Luke Harper's Greatest Moments. So that is very nice. And honestly, just rest in peace, Brody. You were taken away way too soon, man. Taken away way too soon. So now, with that being said, and let's honor Brody Lee's memories. Please leave your favorite Brody Lee, Luke Harper moments, favorite moments in the comments as well. And now, let's start the review proper. After the Thunderdome opening and all that stuff, and all the explosions and all the craziness, Tom Phillips, the first line we hear, it's Monday, and you know what that means. And that was really, really good stuff. And then Drew comes out and inserts his lengthy sword in front of everybody, and then said explosions happen from said sword insertion. I don't even know what I'm on about anymore. Trying to bring up the mood a little bit. Drew says, it's Monday, and you know what that means. Does the whole, yeah thing. I can't do it like Luke Harper. Nobody could. He was one of a kind. He mentions Legends Night and how either Sheamus or Keith Lee will be facing him because they're having a number 1 contenders match. And here's Sheamus. Drew says, hey, Sheamus, why did you kick Keith Lee's head off? Why'd you kick him in the head after our street fight? Remember that totally, legit street fight? It wasn't like, full of legal tags and a whole bunch of legal tag work, despite being a holiday street fight. Whatever, they did muck it up a little bit also on NXT doing a street fight like that. But you know what? Maybe they don't know what a street fight is. Then again, I don't think Vince knows what much of anything is, judging by how this show went. But anyway, Sheamus says, well, I said I wouldn't hurt him during the match. But after the bell, all bets are off. And then Keith Lee's here. And I like Keith Lee's new theme, by the way. It's as good as it's going to get, even though I like Bask in His Glory. But he, he's already scary just because of how big he is. But man, when he gets pissed, he's really fucking scary. Because you think somebody that big, that agile, that tremendous of an athlete, somebody that can move like that, a big man that should not be able to move like that, much like, the late Brody Lee. Still doesn't feel like he's gone. I'm sorry. Basically, Sheamus and Lee have war words, essentially. Drew says, hey, let's get a ref down here and let's just have this match, because Drew McIntyre apparently ate Adam Pearce and then threw him back up a little bit later, Anaconda style. Hopefully he didn't wink like John Voight's, John Voight's jelly, mannequin there. But anyway, basically what ended up happening is Sheamus ends up kicking Keith Lee kind of in the shoulder, focusing on the arm and stuff like that, because we come back. It's a contenders match. Drew's on commentary, shirtless, and has his Claymore swinging in the breeze. Have fun on seeing that, or have fun seeing that. I'm not to judge. And it was just big men clashing into each other, doing some really, really good work. Sheamus with some good psychology, working on the arm. Here's what worries me, though. Sheamus really can't do anything anymore. Once he takes some bumps, it's like stuff flares up. Now, he's been wrestling for a number of years and has had injuries. I think he's going to have to retire next year. I really do think it's hard to believe we're almost in 2021. Thank God 2020 is almost done. But I think Sheamus is going to have to retire soon. I really think that's going to have to happen. And hopefully he gets like one more Dance of Glory, Intercontinental Championship or something. He doesn't really need the big one, but I really can't see him wrestling too much longer. And even though Sheamus kept focusing on the arm and there was some really good power moves, sure, there were a few awkward spots. It is what it is. Spirit Bomb, 1, 2, 3. Keith Lee wins. He will face Drew McIntyre next week. I'm thinking that Sheamus will interfere which will lead to a triple threat at the Rumble. Sheamus will probably take the pin, and then Lee will get another shot at Mania. Maybe Lee will be in the Rumble. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing Lee in the Rumble. Maybe Wayne in the Rumble. That would be a good winner, even though Drew McIntyre was a really good winner last year. So we then get Elias strumming his instrument as Cracker Commander Riker. That's what I'm calling Jackson Riker until he apologizes for being a goddamn racist piece of shit. Motherfucker, piece of goddamn shit. I'm going to keep calling him that. He listens in, and man, you think Hogan and Riker are going to have anything to talk about on Legends Night? Because we know how they feel about a certain amount of people, a certain race of people, if you will. Basically, anybody that's not white. Great Metal League with Lince Dorado versus Miz with Morrison. Why was this match from main event on Raw? Were they that short on content? I kid. Metal League wins, and it's even rendered more pointless when you find out what happened later. So we then get more of Elias and Commander Cracker Riker, and suddenly Styles burst in and said, almost was listening to Mozart. That's a great way to understand your composers, you goddamn idiot. Styles is is a tremendous wrestler, but he's not exactly the smartest guy. So then, Riker looking really, scared of Omos. Man, he must be upset that a guy like Omos is even breathing the same air as him. Really kind of hope this leads to Riker getting humiliated, because he deserves to be fucking humiliated for being the racist piece of Trump-supporting shit that he is. Anyway, using your catchphrase when, protests were going on. Good job, you idiot. Anyway, this was kind of funny, though, and Styles like, oh, Elias, how about we have a match later? We then get Dana with Mandy versus Shayna. Nia was not there because Nia was going to be facing Charlotte a little bit later. Arm on the apron. That looked kind of painful. Shayna deserves better than this, and that's not even knocking Dana. And I get it, there was storyline here because she had taken Mandy out just before Survivor Series. But look, honestly, even though Dana was selling the arm, this wasn't bad, but just Shayna should be in a much better place by now. She just should. I understand that she's 41? Sure, or 40, 41, something like that. You don't maybe want to, push her too long. But guys, strike while the iron's hot. She's different. She's legit in the ring. Maybe she should stop wanting people to vote third party, but it is what it is. There was a bad step spot, a botched non-10 count, twice. I don't understand how they did that. Shayna then chokes and scissors Dana to get the victory, and then chokes and scissors Mandy to get the victory. Cool. This didn't really accomplish anything. And then Alexa has a playground. Man, it's great. She has her own playground. It's just too bad she has nobody there to boost her up onto the swing, so if she ever steps off, she's not tall enough to get back on there. Height jokes. Hilarious. So, yeah, I don't really care about this Alexa stuff. I really don't. She talking about Legends Night, that is, and that the Fiend's hero is Hulk Hogan. This actually kind of adds up. I don't know how it adds up, but they're going to somehow make it add up. Have the Fiend attack Hogan. Have him attack him backstage. Just don't have it lead to a Mania match. We do not need Hogan ever in the ring again, because Bound for Glory 2011 taught us that Hogan should have quit about 8 years prior in that match with Vince, I would say. Anyway, yeah, this wasn't necessarily great. Alexa keeps trying to get Orton to come in. Orton is in the funhouse and destroys the puppets. Just destroys them. Those puppets had it coming, by the way. And he is really ready to burn it down, apparently. Alexa says she has a challenge for him tonight. And man, Orton just breathing hard and all sweaty because he was choking the puppet. And if you get that reference, I love you guys. And then Charlotte does a very stilted promo. I just don't want to see Charlotte on my screen anymore. I just really don't. I don't find her interesting. And I think she drags down a lot of segments. And when you have Charlotte versus Nia, I'm going to root for the ref. I don't even know who the ref is. I'm just going to root for him. So, Asuka was in a New Year's crown. That was actually kind of funny. Asuka is adorable and great. And Charlotte was asked during this promo, is Nia a great competitor? Absolutely. Ha! Ha! I get it. So, there is no good reason for the Chrisley family to exist on television. That's what I wrote here. Styles with Omos versus Elias with Riker. So, Tom Phillips, by the way, says at one point, Styles unloading all over Elias. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. We then get Elias targeting the arm. A lot of arm targeting tonight. Ptarmigan, if you will. I couldn't even get that word out properly. At one point, Riker goes to get at Styles and almost scares him because, oh my god, it's a big scary black guy that Riker can't boss around because Riker's a goddamn stupid Trump-supporting piece of shit. And he should be scared. He should be scared and run out of the goddamn company like the coward he is because like all people that think, oh, Trump brought, credibility back to America. No, he fucking didn't. He just brought the racism up. And if you're gonna still support the guy, you're a fucking racist. I don't fucking care. Happy New Year. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you guys get pissed off. Riker's a goddamn coward just like each and every single one of you people. And I make no apologies for that. If I'm gonna say that to family members of mine that I don't like, I don't fucking care if you get offended. I'm going to stick by my opinions in 2021 and beyond because I'm going to keep calling out racism. It's one thing to make a joke. Make some jokes all you damn well want. Riker's a piece of shit. Take his children and give them to somebody else that'll actually raise them right and not raise them in a goddamn racist household. Or maybe, let's hope Riker has a revelation and realizes being racist and being a moron is not a good way to live, whether you're in America or anywhere else. Enough dumping on Riker. We get a phenomenal forearm for 3 and almost was yelling at ringside, which is actually kind of cool. We then get Ricochet. Cutting a promo, by the way, on Raw Talk last week in a hat that just should have signaled that he was going to lose because it wasn't a very good hat. It's a weird fedora. He took on Ali with Retribution at ringside. Man, remember when Ricochet was in New Japan and actually meant something? God, those were the days. Retribution's late 90s slasher movie soundtrack just makes me laugh. Wait, that's just their theme. It's just every slasher movie soundtrack just mixed into one. So, bullshit interference. How did the ref not see this? This was not good. And it's not that Ali and Ricochet did not try to do stuff. It just wasn't good. It wasn't. I'm sorry. It just was not good. Because Retribution, no matter the talent, it's a terrible gimmick. It was dead in the water as a gimmick. There was no way that they were going to get it. It was not going to work. And they somehow made it worse because they're trying, Retribution is going to lead you to victory. Yeah, they get occasional victories, but they don't mean anything because the group doesn't mean anything as a concept. The talents just after Mania, I swear, ended after Mania, send everybody home, and then bring everybody back in a few months. And just bring them back with fresh gimmicks because these are terrible. So, we then get a lot of flippy shit, solid effort. We then get a lot of interference, a bad DDT landing on the apron, tornado DDT style, where I swear T-Bar jacked his neck. I hope that he's okay, because he was holding his neck a lot and was not moving all that well. He's a big guy, shouldn't have been doing that. Whoever came up with that, the idea for that move is an idiot. Anybody, I don't care who it is, I don't care what company it is. Stop with the apron bump, stop with that scary shit. Make it good, but don't make it to where it's not going to end well no matter how good you are. So, no DQ despite the fact that, a whole bunch of shit kept happening, and then Koji Clutch taps out Ricochet. Ali says, hey, join Retribution. Ricochet's like, I will not, and then hits a recoil and runs. This is a stupid storyline. Stop it, please. So, Nia promo. I'm amazed, with Shayna's help, that Nia was able to count to 3. That's 3 more vaccinations than she'll actually take, because she has a superior immune system. Nia can take her superior immune system and her ACLs made out of melted Twizzlers and shove them up her goddamn ass. Nia Jax should be out of the goddamn company. Nia Jax is an idiot. The fucking idiot. You can question a lot of things, but if you're not willing to take vaccinations and trust your superior immune system, you're a fucking idiot. Nia would be the kind of person that would hide that she got bit by a zombie. So anyway, Shayna deserves a lot better than this, what I wrote. Recaps of Lee using his thick muscle to keep Sheamus down. Because if I have to picture these things, and so does everybody else. And we get a Drew promo. Charlie wanted every inch of that Claymore. My God. I don't blame Charlie. I don't blame Drew for wanting to give that to Charlie. They would create some lovely children together. This has gotten really, really weird as opposed to before. Nia versus Charlotte. Look, Nia is not good. Nia is fucking terrible. She's terrible in the ring. She's terrible on promos. She can take her superior immune system and shove it up her goddamn ass once again. And Charlotte, at one point, getting hit and, just taking a bump like full force back of the head. I hope she's okay. That did not look good. Asuka was attacking Shayna at one point. Shayna attacks, causing a DQ, stopping the figure 4 from tapping out Nia. And then we get a brief brawl and whatever. We're going to get a rematch. Hooray. Yay. Good. Okay, good. No. Watch Melina and Alicia Fox come back and win the tag titles. Watch. I mean, I'm not even knocking them, but watch them wrestle and watch that happening. Good on them for at least getting a payday for Legends Night. So anyway, Hurt Business then is shoving crackers around. Yep, just shoving a guy with really, really weird hair down. And who am I to talk about somebody's hair? And then Garza has a rose. Here's Charlie. Hey, who's that rose for? Then we get some 24/7 bullshit. And Garza gets deflowered, and his stem gets bent and curved to the left. And he tries to hand it to Charlie. It's the thought that counts. Fun fact, my rose stem also curves to the left. Have fun on seeing that. So we then get New Day, Riddle, and Hardy talking about nicknames. Positively hard bros. Have I mentioned I hate Riddle? Because I do. New Day, Jeff, and Riddle versus Hurt Business. Xavier with the Brody armband. That was very nice. Lashley's in the Rumble. I will main event this year's Mania. Well, Lashley, unless you have a time machine, you're a bit late on that. MVP despises Riddle. He's not the only one. Jeff is totally fucking washed. Jeff needs to retire in 2021. You expect him not to stomp on the Tootsies is a line from Samoa Joe because Riddle wrestles barefoot. Riddle then gets targeted a lot and then it becomes a mess. Everybody get in here. And then the Hurt Lock taps Jeff. It wasn't very good. We then get a messy aftermath where Riddle escapes, escapes a possible bad situation. And then we have Adam Pearce returning the briefcase to The Miz. Oh, Morrison cashed it in. Even though Miz agreed, so it was cashed in. And then Miz gets the briefcase back. So the briefcase is in the Earth's core. You cannot dig it out. It's done. That's it. It's buried. That's it. Get rid of the Money in the Bank concept. Just get rid of it. At least get rid of it for the next 5 years. Wash the stain, and the stink off. And then maybe you can bring it back. This is not going to be good. Miz should not be champion. He just lost to Grand Metalik. Had he beaten Grand Metalik and said, okay, you know what? I don't need the Money in the Bank briefcase. I'm going to work my way back up and I'm going to do this, even though he's a heel. And then he gets a briefcase and is like, oh, well, screw that. I got my opportunity. It would have made more sense. They didn't do that. So, Adam Pearce, by the way, is a fucking idiot, or looks like a fucking idiot here for doing that. And I like Adam Pearce. I just think he looked like an idiot here. The concept is done in the Earth's core. Not like the movie The Core. Alexis challenged Orton. Am I supposed to care about this? I challenge you to do to me what you did to him. She has the gas can and the matches and says, pours, a trail to Orton. It looks like Orton pissed, right from his Viper, and then got on his hands and tried to shake somebody's hand. Remember that? Remember that stuff about Orton? But Orton's changed. Somewhat for the better. He's still bland, but he's changed for the better. And she says, oh, you won't do it. You're a little bitch. Ooh. We're back in schoolyard taunting. And then pours gas on herself. Flies in the gasol fiend we are. Orton, I'm trying to process all this, but I really want to. And then the lights out. Match. No, Randy. Don't do it. No. Help me. Spock. Help me. And then scene. That's it. You know what? I set these notes on fire, but I don't want to set off the smoke detector. So that's all I'm going to do right there. Plus, yeah, this wasn't very good. Let me know what you guys think. What was that? What was that ending? Why is Russo back booking for WWE? Didn't WCW 2000 teach him anything? This was a fucking abysmal goddamn ending. Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.